We tend to fear making mistakes, and when we do make mistakes, we berate ourselves. But in reality, mistakes, even big ones, are part of life. I'm Donna Andersen, author of lovefraud.com, and today I'm going to talk about strategies for letting go of what may be our biggest mistake, getting involved with the sociopath. Okay, let's get started. When I finally realized that the person who promised to love me forever, James Montgomery, was a lying, manipulative cheater, I was angry with him, and just as angry with myself. Why did I believe his lies and empty promises? I knew he was taking my money. Why did I stay? I beat myself up. I couldn't let go of my mistake with the sociopath. The realization that I'd made a massive error in marrying this man was, of course, just one aspect of my emotional turmoil. I was betrayed. Montgomery cheated on me with multiple women. In fact, he had a child with another woman during our marriage. He also convinced me to finance his business plans, which were really just get-rich-quick schemes, until all my money was gone. When I contacted one of the other women and learned that he'd taken money from her as well, I realized that my entire relationship was nothing but a financial scam. Boy, had I screwed up. Now, no one intentionally seeks a romance with a lying, manipulative cheater, but many of us have found ourselves there, dating or married to someone who thoroughly betrayed us. How did this happen? In my opinion, one of the prime reasons why we got caught in the web is that we didn't know sociopaths existed. We didn't know that human predators lived among us. We didn't know that about 12% of the population has serious personality disorders, antisocial, narcissistic, borderline, histrionic, or psychopathic. In fact, we believed the cultural messages that we've heard all our lives. Messages like, we're all created equal, everybody has good inside, and we all just want to be loved. So, when the sociopath rolled into our lives, we were totally blindsided. Getting involved with the sociopath was a mistake, and we made the mistake because we were uninformed. Still, letting go of the mistake with the sociopath is really difficult. Why? Because we still feel like we should have known better. Many years ago, I attended a workshop presented by Patricia Sun, who was a pioneer in the self-awareness movement. One of the things she talked about was shifting our views about making mistakes. There are no instruction manuals for most of the choices that we make. Life, therefore, is a series of decisions made mostly by trial and error. We never progress in a straight line towards our goals. We have false starts and detours, but with time and persistence, we get to where we want to go. Patricia Sun talked about viewing mistakes as opportunities to make course corrections. The energy associated with making a mistake, she said, should be that of a learning opportunity, an indication that a change is required to achieve our goals. So, what would happen if this were how we viewed the mistakes we made with sociopaths? Perhaps instead of feeling like a chump, like the biggest idiot on the planet, what if we looked at our encounters as identifying needed course corrections? So, what if we saw the experience as lessons learned, like these? Number 1, wow, I sure don't want that kind of partner. Number 2, I had no idea people like this existed. Number 3, yeah, some people can look me right in the eye and lie. Number 4, I knew something was off. I have to listen to myself. Number 5, some people are not capable of being a loving parent. Number 6, I deserve better than this. Number 7, when I see this type of behavior, I have to run and run fast. Number 8, certain people cannot be trusted and will not change. Number 9, when I'm vulnerable, I need to protect myself. And finally, number 10, when some people say I love you, they really mean I want to use you. As I said, none of us intentionally signs up to be exploited by a sociopath. What happened was that we didn't know what sociopaths looked like, and we met someone who deceived us. If the sociopath was a romantic partner, at first, he or she seemed like the person we'd been waiting for all our lives. It was only later, once we were hooked into the relationship, that the person's true character was revealed. The involvement was a mistake, but mistakes are apparent only in hindsight. So I think we should cut ourselves some slack. Then we should look at this experience, figure out what we learned, and apply the lessons to the rest of our lives. So, that's a way to modify our thinking. But what about the emotion, the turmoil that we feel because of the massive error? Luckily, when my life fell apart due to the sociopath, I'd already been seeing an energy therapist for years. Energy medicine focuses on the energy fields of the body that organize and control the growth and repair of cells, tissue, and organs. Related to this is energy psychology, which uses non-invasive strategies to shift brain patterns that lead to unwanted thoughts, feelings, and actions. We are all basically energy. Albert Einstein said, "Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it." All material things, including our bodies, are energy, vibrating at a rate that allows them to be solid. Perhaps you've heard of chakras and auras. These are elements of energetic fields that permeate and surround our bodies. Emotional wounds and traumas create disturbances in our energy fields, which makes us feel bad. Plus, when disturbances aren't addressed, they can evolve into physical ailments and disease. Experts in energy medicine, such as Donna believe that all illnesses begin as energy disturbances, and that clearing out the energy disturbances can itself alleviate the illness. My personal therapist started out as a typical psychologist, but switched to energy therapy because it worked much more quickly. Rather than just spending endless hours talking about problems, when an energy disturbance is cleared, an issue is fixed. As you can imagine, after my experience with James Montgomery, I was carrying around a myriad of emotional wounds and disturbances. Over time, my therapist helped me to release them, which was vital to my recovery. If you'd like to know more, I explained the process in detail in my first book, which is called Love Fraud. So, for years, I've been saying on my blog articles and YouTube videos that the way to recover from betrayal is to feel the emotional pain and then let it go. Unfortunately, most of us don't know how to do this. We don't know how to let go of the mistakes we made with the sociopath or any other issues that bother us. Due to all my work with my energy therapist, plus other research into energy medicine, I've learned to pay attention to my feelings and identify where they're coming from. So, how do I do this? I focus on the energy disturbance within me, and then, instead of stuffing it, I acknowledge it. After a few minutes, the negative emotions rise to the surface of my awareness, dissipate, and then I feel better. I'm convinced that anybody can do this, once you learn how. The results are instant. And if you ever want to try it, I can work with you. We are all energy, and we are all energetically connected. So if we have a session, I can sense, along with you, where the disturbances are located in your body and assist you in processing them out. The goal is to help you feel better, and amazingly, in a short amount of time, you will. If you're interested, just reach out to me. Go to lovefraud.com and click the link for Talk to Donna. Thank you, and please visit lovefraud.com for all kinds of assistance in your journey of recovery.